In the 10 years before 2015, the Zambian economy performed exceptionally well. So GDP was 6-7%, but also during that time, inflation was very low, so it was in single digits. The main reason for the decline in the economy now is because of global factors. So copper prices have come down, but also demand for copper has also gone down.
La caída del precio internacional del cobre, que se ha reducido de más de $10.000 por tonelada en el año 2011 a los 5.000 y poco en los que está actualmente. Recordemos que el cobre representa el 70% en las exportaciones de Zambia y la economía de este país depende mucho de la producción de cobre y de su venta en los mercados internacionales.
Otro factor externo también que está afectando la productividad es la sequía producida por el Niño en toda esta región de África y eso está afectando a la producción de energía hidroeléctrica y, por supuesto, a la productividad.
That's a major problem because it means that we don't have enough power. As you know, that Zambia is a mining country. Our economy is dependent on copper exports. And if we don't have enough electricity, it means that the mines are constrained in terms of production. But not only that, we are diversifying from mining and we are going in agriculture, and that needs power. Other than that, also, Zambia is also endowed with a number of national parks with a lot of animals, and therefore we are also developing our tourism sector. That also needs power. So when we don't have enough power, that has a negative effect on the economy.
La situación general de la economía también está atravesando problemas, como se muestra por el índice de inflación, que está en un 21%, el hecho de que hayan aparecido déficits gemelos, tanto en la balanza por cuenta corriente, que en 2016 va a llegar al 1%, como déficit presupuestario, que va a estar casi en el 8%.
Low inflation is extremely important to us. That's why, in terms of the stabilization policies on the fiscal side, the government is beginning to undertake fiscal consolidation. It's because we've already started achieving, the benefits of the fiscal stimulus that we've undertaken over the recent 2 years.
El país debe reducir la pobreza. El 60% de la población de Zambia está por debajo del umbral de pobreza, mientras que dentro del África subsahariana la media es del 48%.
It is very possible to reduce poverty and maintain a sustainable debt levels. To reduce poverty, Zambia needs to grow at average growth rates of above 7%. If we can grow at those rates and attract the right volumes of capital into the country without necessarily increasing the public debt. The vision for this country is to promote as much as possible private sector participation in the economy. The financing of private capital will not have a direct impact on the levels of public debt.
The main challenge is really financing. We've got lots of natural resources here, be it minerals, be it in tourism, be it in agriculture. But to exploit these requires funding. And so the key challenge that we have is really accessing the financing that will help the government on the one side to put up infrastructure to support development of the various sectors in the economy.
Hasta el momento no había créditos de la banca nacional, de los bancos zambianos. Ahora mismo ya sí hay créditos de bancos zambianos, incluso son partícipes de algunas empresas o de algunos proyectos.
As a country, we do not have sufficient capital to invest, particularly in infrastructure development, because these are major projects, roads, bridges, airports, dams. We partner with the private sector, particularly foreign investors, who have the capital to bring in, and the government, through an institution called the Industrial Development Corporation of Zambia, which is the shareholder for government, will partner with foreign investors to undertake major infrastructure development projects. We encourage PPP projects. We encourage PPP partnerships between the government of Zambia through IDC and our foreign investors?
From my perspective, I think there are two primary challenges, really. The first one, I would say, is the shortage of power in the country. As you might know, most of our power, in fact, over 95%, comes from hydro sources, so water. In the past few years, however, we have had some droughts. We are now producing less power than we normally do. And in fact, our installed capacity is about 2,300 megawatts per annum. But at the moment, we're producing around about half of that. So that has had a big drag on the economy, as you can imagine, both because we don't have enough power, but also we have to import power at great cost.
Currently, we have a challenge with electricity because we've had drought for 2 consecutive years and we rely on hydro electricity. But that also provides an opportunity for companies to come and invest in the energy sector.
Zambia es uno de los países africanos más receptivos con la inversión extranjera directa.
One of our greatest strengths is the political stability and democratic institutions and the peace that we enjoy in this country for 52 years since we got independence in 1964.
La cantidad de inversión extranjera directa que ha venido recibiendo el país a lo largo de los últimos 3 años, como porcentaje del PIB, ha sido del 6,5%, del 11% y del 7,7% en los últimos 3 años, terminando en 2015.
For the first half year of 2016, we attracted a total of 1.8 billion United States dollars, which is more than we attracted last year for the same period, which was around $1.5 billion. And if you compare with countries in this region, this is about the highest level of investments coming into a particular period like this. We have 5 priority sectors. Number 1 priority sector is agriculture. Because we have so much land, so much good rainfall, so much good climate, and that just about any crop can grow here in Zambia. So agriculture has been made a priority sector. Energy, the investment in a diversified source of energy, because in the past we have relied almost entirely on hydro.
Other than hydro, we are also looking at other sources as a way to diversify and also ensure our energy security. Then we are also looking at exploiting our vast solar resources. We have in excess of 3,000 hours of sunshine a year, which works to about 2.5 kilowatts per square meter, which is a lot of insolation. And we think that once the solar potential is exploited, that will also give us a lot of electricity.
Third, it is manufacturing. We want to ensure that the products coming out of Zambia, instead of exporting them in their raw form, we actually add value by manufacturing in the country, including agro-processing. Another important area is tourism. As you know, we have one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Victoria Falls. We have an animal sanctuary that is hard to match anywhere in the world, and a number of other tourist attractions which are yet to be explored.
Our contribution is roughly, as of now, 3.6% to GDP, and the target is to achieve 10% contribution to GDP. It's under 1 million as of last year. We had under 1 million visitors, and expenditure roughly $500 million US. And like I said, could be more. We're targeting at least for it to be able to add at least $2 billion US.
And finally, infrastructure development. We need to invest in infrastructure, good roads, new hotels, conference centers, and so on. So the investment opportunities available to a new investor or even an investor who is already here are enormous.
The government is working on improving the requisite infrastructure to support tourism development. There is a road construction program on right now that's known as Link Zambia 8000. The idea is to have 8,000 kilometers of new paved roads. There's also the need to improve our airport infrastructure. And coming into Lusaka, you may have seen that airport expansion works on the way.
Yo creo que una de las grandes oportunidades que tiene Zambia es el abrir un mercado que todavía está desconocido en España. Es decir, una empresa puntera española que globaliza y que está yendo a Sudamérica o está yendo a Asia, no desconoce este mercado y sería potencialmente número uno aquí. Hay empresas, sobre todo empresas españolas de construcción y de materiales de construcción, que tienen aquí un nicho de mercado importantísimo, porque no debemos olvidar que la empresa española de construcción también es de las mejores del mundo.
Es un país políticamente estable, es un país que desde el punto de vista económico pues es muy interesante porque debido al sector de la minería y el potencial de construcción que tiene, las inversiones en construcción aquí son muy potentes. Geográficamente está localizada en un punto estratégico, está cerca de Sudáfrica, cerca de Namibia, que es un país, cerca de Mozambique, que son países que ofrecen muchas alternativas.